I had it like
Yeah.
75, I think from when I was recording another track. And I was using the studio mic, not my earbuds. So that was like, what the hell?
I just always have that blasted to 100 because I feel like it's easier
Yeah.
to drop it down later than to pick it up. I mean, you can turn up the gain, but it kind of, you know,
No, I had the
especially when you
stupid
do
thing
some.
where it was like, is it the mic volume? Is it then when I was recording this music and everything sounded so weird, and then I realized it was actually my system settings um interfering. So there's like a feature that allows you to I think it's like you can apply audio enhancements or something like that. But if you don't do it properly, it'll mess it up. And like all of my waveforms were coming in like with the mic, it's like everything comes in like super level. It's great. And then you just have to fiddle with like I guess reverb and treble and bass in a little bit. But once you do that, like everything looks fine. But like the waveforms are coming in weird, so it's like,
This is Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
I love how we are still dealing with audio engineering issues.
I don't know
Yeah,
why. I feel like we've solved these issues.
Have
yeah, I
we?
think we're good.
I mean, we've always
I don't
had
know.
these problems, have we not?
Um, I don't know. I feel like I almost want to say it's getting worse, and a
Are
lot of
you kidding
the
me?
listeners don't get to hear it either. They don't get to understand that for the first 10 minutes of every recording, it seems like we're working through audio issues, no matter who's on, by the way. So
Oh, we haven't had this group together in a while, have we?
I don't remember. John is a busy guy. I don't remember the last time you talked to John, but he's got a whole new life he started.
Oh
Um,
shit.
Yeah.
Are you done with med school?
Nah, dropped out of med school.
Or is that still
Wasn't for
going?
me, I guess. Nah, I dropped out. It wasn't for me, I guess.
so so as you can see, we're still having audio
Of
problems.
course we are.
John, we can't hear
Oh,
you if you're
can't hear me?
talking.
Ah, shit.
Mm,
How
There
about
you
now?
go.
what happened to your mic?
You hear me now?
Now it works.
So much for saying we don't have audio issues for like after the first 10 minutes, and then this
Okay,
shit
well, John's
happens.
gone. John didn't want to answer that question. So we'll just leave you
Wow.
hanging on that. I do want to point out, Anuj, I don't know how your Wi-Fi is doing, but you're not really doing great on your upload speeds here.
I don't know
Um,
what you're talking about.
you could be better. You see how I'm okay. Well, I don't know if you can see, but I can see how much. So when we record, we're going to get into the details here. When we record this podcast, it uploads everyone's individual track, which is
Uh-huh.
actually very convenient because then I can edit it down later and I can normalize the audio levels, the things we're talking about. Again, the reasons that uh, people don't hear it is because I normalize it later. Anyway, and I can see it like what percent, and so it live uploads basically as we
Yeah,
record.
I see it.
So I can see how much you're uploading, and I mean I'm consistently at 99%. So basically, it's uploading as soon as as we record. You're sometimes you're hitting 99, but you're definitely a low 90s person is what it's looking like. Now it's getting better, but yeah, it's dip down.
I don't know what to say about that one.
Earlier you were in the 70s. So do you want to speak to your internet provider about that, or
Well, I was watching YouTube for most of the day. Um, that might have had something to do with it. I can't say, but
okay? Well, I don't think that's I mean it's I don't think that would
mhm.
affect it. You were watching
Yeah.
YouTube earlier. Is your internet not good? Do you have a low tier plan?
No, I have like a pretty good plan. Like I got this during COVID.
Oh, did you get like a locked in rate too? Did you get like
Yeah,
5-year guarantee
2 years
price?
actually.
Oh, okay, only 2 years. Yeah, I don't know. I think now they do. I was when I got my internet, I think it was 5 years
Maybe
that
I
they
should speak to
guarantee.
my internet service provider about that because
Yeah,
usually it's like
I feel like
every 2 years.
yeah, I feel like you can always ask them, and they'll kind of give you what you want sometimes. I don't know what John's doing. He said he has a bad connection, which I could tell you based on his upload speeds. He didn't have a great connection either. Um,
Uh-huh.
so we'll see when whatever he's got going on. But I can tell you, I'll just spill the beans here. He's not in medical school anymore.
Oh
But I won't
man.
say what happened.
Wait, or I assume he graduated.
I won't specify what happened. Oh,
All
there you
right.
go. See, I don't want to
Hey,
speak for him.
John,
Here
we
we
missed
go.
you there.
You hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
There we go. Sorry about that.
there we
I
go.
think bad connection. I'm not in my room where I have Wi-Fi. I'm on my data because my roommate's in there playing video games. It's a little loud, so I think I
Oh,
found a better spot though. Got signal here.
all right, cool. That reminds me, I have to check on food. I'll be back in a minute.
Great. So we are maintaining the rule of only one of you can be on the recording at one time. Uh,
Seems to be the case.
John, how's it going? Anuj asked you a pretty loaded question, which I hinted at is going to require more explanation. But how are you, without giving away any details, how are you doing?
Doing well.
Perhaps I should have rephrased that little comment when I said I made enchiladas. I was still making enchiladas.
Okay.
Uh,
Is this from scratch or is this like
No, I
you
had
bought them
tortillas.
frozen or
Well,
something?
so I bought tortillas from Walmart. I bought vegetables from Walmart. I bought beans. I bought queso, and the enchilada sauce. And then, yeah, I basically just cooked and compiled everything together and baked it in the oven. And I gotta say, this stuff actually turned out pretty good.
so
Did
what
I
was
miss
the
anything?
question?
Oh, we were talking about how you're a busy guy. I was wondering if you're still med school or if you graduated and you were in residency or
Oh,
something like that.
nah. I
No?
dropped out of med school. Wasn't for me.
Oh, that's fair.
Went to the army. Wanted to
I
kind
think
of
we had this
reset everything,
conversation.
reset my life a bit. Yeah, I think we might have. Just was a while ago.
That makes sense. Yeah. How is the army treating you now?
Oh, it's all right. I have a really long AIT, which is it's the part after basic training where you learn your job for your MOS, military occupational specialty, whatever. Just your job, pretty
Hmm.
much. I'm doing intel, with satellites and imagery and stuff like that, UAV imagery, and I'll be out January because it took a while. They kind of over recruited it for a little while there, so it took a while for me to get classed up and start. But glad to be in class now, learn some cool stuff.
Nice. What is
It
your
definitely wasn't a
MLS?
letdown. 35 golf.
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, that's just the I forget the full name of it, but it's geospatial intel, like geospatial imagery, uh, mapping out stuff on the Earth's surface. What's going on, operations.
I was like, no, it's like that's the kind of stuff I used to at least support in terms of software. Now I'm on, now I'm not doing that. So it's like, damn it. That's actually
Oh
kind of
yeah,
cool. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
Wait till you get
There's
into
some
all the
surprising.
intricacies of like data, like product quality and stuff. It's quite fascinating. Um,
Yeah, we've made some products. Yeah, it's pretty neat what you can do.
yeah.
Crazy the detail of imagery too.
Oh, I'm sure.
and some other stuff I can't talk about, but
Yeah, same here.
very, very cool.
I'll believe you. It's actually funny. That's we've had interns this summer. We finally got through intern season, and we were actually doing some cool stuff. Not necessarily for like that kind of thing, but just like writing the software and like do like architecting for being able to do some stuff with some of the stuff with some interesting things like imagery and stuff. And it was interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And I like photography too, so I guess it falls in line with that.
Well, there you go. You still have that DSLR camera of yours? You still have a DSLR camera?
Yeah. Well, it's a full digital, mirrorless. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't have it here with me now, or all my like really valuable stuff, but yeah, look forward to getting back to that.
Yeah. Uh, my sister was is getting into that too. Or at least when we went to Ireland last summer, and not last summer, last spring, I think she brought like a camera to take like good high quality photos. And also her fiance's got like this really like professional camera setup now, like tripod, adjustable lenses, all that stuff.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a fun hobby. Just so expensive, or it can be.
Yeah, how much do you pay for like your lenses and your like what lens cleaning kits and stuff, right?
Oh, it can be a lot, depending on if you're trying to get the red ring, the Canon, the highest line professional, which you don't really need, but yeah.
Are you trying to shoot like photograph birds or just
Yeah,
like
yeah, I liked I
landscapes?
liked I liked nature. I don't really understand composition, like this should go there in the image to make it artistically pleasing, whatever. So I liked the action stuff, just trying to capture rare things. Like, I saw the albino squirrel on campus. Well, not albino technically, it's leucistic, but I don't know, close enough. We all call it the albino squirrel. I caught that a few years ago when I was still there. And Cooper's hawk, they have those deep red eyes. Those are really cool. I like catching rare stuff like that. I don't know about the competition whether that was great or not in the images, but hey, you get a good enough sensor, you take a kind of zoomed out, pretty wide angle of whatever you're trying to get, and you can zoom in, adjust the composition later. So that'll work out.
Whew. Yeah, like how do you even like calculate all of that? Be like the only pre-work I will do is literally like the sun is overhead. I need to position my subject in such a way that the sun does not point into the lens. That's it. That is literally the extent of the pre like photo work I will do.
Yeah, you don't want the sun straight at them. You want
Mind
to
you,
have
this
some
is with a
shadows.
phone.
Yeah.
I
Well,
just don't
still
want the
same
sun
stuff.
in my
Yeah.
lens.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Phone
like
cameras,
faces
similar
get
thing. Phone
dark,
cameras are
right?
getting so good. Yeah. Well, you want to show the depth in their face too, kind of. Um,
I guess.
because otherwise, like if you have the sun straight in their face, just exactly on their face, you're not really going to see depth that well. So you kind of want some shadows, kind of a side angle for that point light source. And then some people do creative stuff with flashes, like try to add a little bit of light and the shadows that the sun left, all that stuff. It can get
Hmm.
really crazy. And then you don't want to use a telephoto lens to take a picture of someone. It'll make their face look like a pancake, just flat. And you don't want super wide angle either. Their nose will stick out. It'll look all alien and stuff. So you kind of want to, I don't know, like 30 to 50 millimeter focal distance, I think is what
Oh,
I've heard. General rule of thumb.
yeah, I've never thought of that. Um,
Yeah, I hadn't for a while either. That it really does. It's true though. You look at comparisons of all the different focal lengths, taking a portrait, someone's face, it can look very strange with the wrong. It just looks odd.
I thought we were talking aperture, what, aperture sizes?
That's more like focal plane, like how much of your image is in focus, how thick the plane is that's not fuzzy, you know.
Hmm.
So that, yeah, those numbers vary. You probably don't want to go below like three, depending on how far your subject is. That gets into some weird math too, but I've seen some cool apps. I have a cool app where it'll tell you, you know, how far your subject is, what your aperture is. You can tell, okay, the focal plane is going to be where it's in focus is going to be like, you know, 1 inch.
Hmm.
So you can be like, all right, well, it'll have their nose. If I focus on their nose, their eyes should be in focus too. Maybe their ears will be a little bit out, that kind of thing. But yeah, and it can be asymmetrical, like more behind the place where you're focused than in front of. Yeah, it gets really, people get really scientific with it. I try to
Is
leave a
that just
little
for like
room for error.
still like is that just for like still landscape shots, or is that like if you're trying to catch a bird fly or a receiver run a route?
Oh, well, it comes into play. It comes into play whatever you're doing. I mean, a lot of people probably doing landscapes try to uh not pick like a value that's on the edge of what would be reasonable, right? You kind of leave yourself a little bit of leeway, make sure that there's no way whatever you want in focus is going to be like close to being out of focus. So, um, yeah, definitely
Oh
comes into
shit, for
play
a
with
minute there you came
fast
in like
moving
really
stuff.
choppy.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah,
It's
you need
bad
what, a
connection.
fast shutter for that, right? You need a shutter, you need a faster shutter for that, right? If you're
For
trying to
moving
catch a
stuff,
bird fly or
yeah, for moving stuff. So
yeah.
that's where it's the exposure triangle, the shutter speed, like how long you expose the sensor for versus, oh, can you hear me? Sorry. I think it went
It
out again.
happened again.
Yeah, sorry about that. Exposure triangle. So shutter speed, how long you're exposing the sensor, aperture, how wide that aperture is, and then ISO, the noise value. So how sensitive you're making the sensor. That used to be dictated by the film, the type of film you use, but now we just make the sensor a little bit more sensitive, and then that can add a little more noise, you know, and that's a trade-off. The big thing with the fast moving stuff is you want a fast enough shutter speed that it won't be blurry, but you don't want to make the aperture so wide that you have a really narrow focal plane where it's you're just pretty much going to miss focus regardless of what you do, right? And you don't
Hmm.
want it super noisy from the high ISO either. So it's like you kind of bring the shutter speed as low as you can to freeze movement and then let the aperture narrow down a little bit more.
It's funny because you talk about like noise, like ISO, you're talking about noise, and it's like, wait, like noise in the in an image, it's
Uh,
like when I think of noise, it's like oh, like in the RF spectrum, not in the visible spectrum.
nah, it's in any spectrum. Any sensor is going to have a little bit of flaws to it. And if you do a really long shutter speed, if you do a
Hmm.
really slow exposure, you're kind of making the camera have to worry less about digital noise and that kind of thing, like inaccuracies, because it takes more to make a pixel light up more, I guess, is a oversimplified way to put it.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because, like, the way I understand it, like in the RF band, it's like you can record or you can like close link on an antenna if you have the right signal to noise ratio. But even if you have like a certain, well, actually no, it's if you need a certain signal to noise ratio and you tune your antenna properly, you can close link on a signal. But then if that signal to noise ratio isn't exactly what you needed it to be, then there's certain like tricks you have to do to actually recover the signal out of the noise. And this is something like
Yeah.
one of the people I work with at Aerospace, she's like a signal processing professor, has been trying to has I've been trying to learn from her about stuff like fractional Fourier transforms, and there's some other stuff, but like there's these different like algorithms you might use if you like close your link with a really bad signal to noise ratio and you need to try to like recover.
Yeah. And that's definitely a good metaphor for it because you put yeah, you're deciding when you up the ISO, you're deciding, okay, more noise is okay. I'm okay with it being a little more grainy, a little more pixelated. I can fix that later. What I need is to get, good values where we can, and you know, we'll do that trade-off.
Oh,
We'll take that.
oh, okay. So it's your bandwidth. It's like your bandwidth, right? So you have like a sampling. I think it's like sampling rate or something, and it's like the wider, like the more sample, like the higher your sampling rate is, or like like the more samples you're taking, the more susceptible you are to noise.
I could see that. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about
Yeah,
that field, but I could see how that's a decent
yeah.
way to put it. And then, the denoising, like you're talking about Fourier, and then or Fourier, however you pronounce it,
Fractional Fourier. I was just
Frenchies.
talking. Yeah, fractional
Yeah,
Fourier.
FFT. Yeah, yeah. There are loads of algorithms like that where you try to, throw out the random data, the one or two bright
Hmm.
pixels and a little patch of pixels that are especially in the dark. The dark you have more of that. Um, so yeah, and denoising is getting cool too with AI. You can have AI have some input on it and sharpen stuff like that.
Oh, I'm sure. I am sure. I mean,
It's really sophisticated for sure.
yeah, I mean, like with where I've shifted to right now, it's like I'm trying to really get like a an appreciation for signal processing because I'm starting to realize that knowing these things, like knowing the concepts of signal processing, like you need to know that, especially when it comes to like resource allocation for how you want to deal with certain types of like of RF signals, like and how you want to maybe get to where you need to get the kind of like quality you want.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
even,
it's all a
but I didn't
trade-off.
think it was a thing that would apply to imagery, or at least photography anyway. That's crazy.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Anytime you have a sensor, picking up things electronically, making it data, gonna have noise, gonna
Hmm.
have imperfections. You make the trade-off. How much imperfection am I okay with? And then how much can we salvage later? How much can we.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool stuff.
You know what I would like to be able to do is be able to apply some of these like signal processing techniques to actually be able to become a better audio engineer. It's like, oh, if I do the Fourier transform properly and I like actually isolate the signals that are associated with like say my AC or the noise outside like dogs barking or even like my dryer signal going off or my toaster getting going off when food's warm and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That would be like I would love to be able to do that so I can actually like, you know, be a better
creative
audio
sampling
engineer.
and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, because like
that can be fun.
my audio engineering sucks. Like when I'm recording music, I'll like max out like my recording audio, like my recording sample rate to like 72,000 or something like that. Whatever, I mean,
Yeah, I know a
72,000
lot of people do
kilohertz.
96.
I
Yeah,
think I've done that, or 144.
I've seen
I think I've
48 and
done
96 a
144.
lot. Okay,
I think
yeah,
I've done
144.
144. What is that, megahertz?
I think kilohertz. I don't know though. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, you get bigger file sizes, a little more strain on
What, yeah,
your computer, but yeah.
192, 192 is what I do it. I do it at
No,
192
192. Yeah,
hertz.
okay. Okay. That's way up there. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of stuff can be cool too. The Fourier stuff and the waves, the
Hmm.
waveforms, how that can work with like additive synthesis, where you kind of construct a sound from the base up with sine waves. You can make anything with sine waves and the interference
Right.
between them.
That's why the
And then
Fourier
the
transform
subtractive
works.
synthesis. Yeah, right. It can be cool. Like, square waves, you do the first, third, and fifth. of a frequency, and you stack those up. You get closer and closer to square wave as you go up and up and up, and then what's it? Second, fourth, and sixth maybe for sawtooth. I forget
These
what
are orders
triangle
of
waves are, but
polynomials,
yeah,
right?
I might be. I'm not sure.
Do we know anyone that's like a good signal processing engineer that we met through band?
I don't know. What do you think, Daniel?
I am not the signal processing engineer that you're looking for. I will say that.
Well, shit.
Have you met any?
I don't think so. Uh, no, I don't think so.
Well, well, that's unfortunate, but I guess I should consider myself lucky. I work with a very brilliant signal processing engineer over at my company, over at Aerospace. She's actually, or at least she was, a professor at George Mason. I don't know if she still teaches. I don't think she does. No, she's absolutely brilliant.
What's our new topic, Daniel?
The topic is I don't know if John's audio is going to upload, which is only a minor
Oh, really?
inconvenience. Actually, it's kind of a
You're
major
getting,
inconvenience.
I'm getting actual recording is higher quality when I hover over your thing, John.
Really?
Yeah.
You hear me
I don't know
well?
if that means anything.
You hear
Well,
me all right and
we can hear you
everything?
fine, John.
Oh
That's
yeah.
not an issue. We'll see what happens later. Um,
All right.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
gonna be good.
remember the solution is not good, essentially. We'll see what happens. The problem is like I need to be able to hopefully it lets me export in MP3. One time this happened the last time this happened, it only let me export a video, which is a nightmare because I can't do anything with the video. Right? Like I
Oh,
need
you
an
could do
audio file.
FFmpeg. There's a program that'll do that for you. It'll just swap it from, it'll
Well,
take the audio stream out of the video.
the video is so big, like I couldn't even use the program that I normally use.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
It was like,
Is it
no,
There's
this
a
Vegas
good
or is
is
it
command line one you
Clipchamp?
could use. FFmpeg's good. You could use it on command line. You just point at the file and you say, okay, run this. Just grab the audio for me.
yeah,
I
I
don't know.
can
Let
try.
me know
We'll see.
later. Let me
The
know
thing is
later. I'll tell you
also
what. There,
I can't I can't do my audio balancing that I normally do. And I was talking to Anuj about as well. That's the other issue.
What do you
So
use for all of your editing though?
it's a combination of things, Anuj. Let me tell you. We're going deep in here. No, it's not that complicated. So
pulling back the veil.
This is the technical episode, fellas.
that's true.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of it. The program that we're using right now, Riverside, does a lot of that for me. So it
Hmm.
splits the audio up, it normalizes it, it gets rid of the background noise, echo, all that. So I do that in there. And then I download it into Audacity. And that's how I add
Oh,
in
okay.
the the theme song. Usually minimal cuts. I really don't cut anything, but if I have to, it's an easy program to use. And
Audacity is
then
great. I love it. It's
that
just
exports it
Yeah.
to an MP3.
if you want to really get the most out of Audacity, you really have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, and I generally know, but the thing is, I don't do that much. I just kind of plop it in, put the audio where I want it, and that's really it. I don't need to do too much because like Riverside does a lot of the hard work, right?
It's not like you're a
Um,
rapper or anything.
anyway, Riverside, I can or Audacity, I can also do some normalization and echo cancellation, but it's kind of it's a little weird. Anyway, And then I use, in the video editing is really not that complicated. To make the YouTube video, I could use anything because it's just a still image and I plop
Right.
the audio on top. So I just use Clipchamp for now, but it doesn't really matter what I use because I don't do anything with that. That's really just there's no video editing. It's really just putting the audio on
I
a
wonder,
into a
does the
video.
YouTube upload, does YouTube upload
I
let you
mean,
just, I bet you could do that in YouTube upload, couldn't you? If it's really
I probably
simple,
could.
does it let you do stuff like that?
I probably could,
I
but
mean,
this is just
Clipchamp's
how I've
all
been
right,
doing
I
it.
guess.
This is just how I've been doing it for 7 years now or whatever. So
Dang. Yeah, it's been
it's
a
almost
minute.
like routine. It's like, I do this and then I go into here and
Yeah.
then so,
Yeah, but also from the outset, you would actually like record in person with like really like everybody had a good mic, and it was, wasn't it?
we recorded right into Audacity when we record in person too. So
Yeah, where did you guys record that? Where did you guys record when you were doing it in
it
person?
depended. Sometimes we record in my apartment, sometimes we record someone else's apartment or something, and oftentimes we would use the library studio. So they had a recording studio in the old library. This is in the olden times, before
Wait,
the
Hmm.
I
new
never knew there
library.
was a recording
Primordial
studio
era.
in. Is this Crossland Tower?
It was like underneath Crossland Tower. Yeah, it was underneath Crossland Tower,
Yeah,
I want to
where
say.
the
Like one
the
of the
super
lower
secret
floors.
meetings occur before
Maybe,
the
yeah.
games, right?
Um, it was not that area. It was a different area. I don't remember exactly how to get there. I think
Do we even know if it's still there?
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I assume they still have a recording studio, but it might be in a different spot. I have been in the library. I don't remember seeing it though, but that was in the Crossland Tower. I haven't been in like the non-Crossland Tower library, right?
Oh
So I
man, I
don't
spent
know
all
if,
my time at Price Gilbert.
yeah, I don't,
Library West.
well, I
You know,
mean recently, in the
for the
last couple of
longest
years
time, I
since they
thought like
renovated it.
under the couch had like audio recording equipment that like we
They
could
might have
use.
equipment. They really don't have like a studio the way that the library had.
Should have used
And we
it.
could reserve it too. So that was the other thing. We just reserved it.
Man, now I'm gonna be kicking
Although,
myself. I could have actually recorded music in there.
well, I mean, it wasn't amazing. It was pretty good.
I mean,
I
I'm
don't know if
sure.
they even had equipment. They must have had some equipment. No, I don't even know if we used like any like actual equipment. I think because we brought our own like computer and microphone and whatever. So I don't think they had equipment, but the studio made it so you got rid of all the background noise and a lot. It made it really
Yeah.
sound a lot
So it was
nicer.
basically a glorified soundproof room, as like if we had gone to one of the practice rooms and couch.
Yeah, essentially. Oh, you know what? We did hook up something. Like we could hook up to the monitors so we could, pull stuff up. I don't remember exactly though what we did. This was like 6 years ago, so I don't remember exactly what we did. But that's what we did there. Um,
Has it really been that long
or
since we graduated?
Yeah.
yeah, we're pretty old.
My
Very.
God.
Yeah. So
It's like it don't feel like it's funny. It's like it's really been 6 years since I graduated, and it's been five years at my current company. It doesn't feel like it.
Yep, we're aging.
you
Feels bad, man.
Okay, well,
Maybe I
that's a
should
good
go
point to end
back
it, I
and
guess.
yeah.
Oh, John, go ahead.
Oh, so maybe I should go back to Georgia Tech and try to feel young again. Go do a post grad degree or something.
Oh, I thought you just meant like visit for a weekend to pretend you were a student or something. Like kind of
I,
like an Adam Sandler movie or something like that. Sounds like.
Oh, that
dude,
would be funny.
I unironically like this past summer. I just finished my master's. I might just come back and walk at fall commencement.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now that John is still at 0% uploaded, I think we can end it there and cross our fingers that leaving and coming back is also a problem. Like it messes up the thing
Oh,
too, I will say. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying in the past I've seen that that's happened. I know like it wasn't avoidable in your situation because
Wait, you see
you
all of our upload rates?
I see everything. Okay, let me tell you. I
he's
can
a
turn on your
control
camera
panel.
without your consent. I can mute you without your consent.
Do it. Do it. Turn on my camera. Do it, pussy.
Anuj muted himself. I swear I didn't do that.
No, I'm using the spacebar to talk feature.
Okay.
By the
Yeah,
way,
I
I
have.
assume all of this is making it into the final cut.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. Because again, I don't really edit these things. Um,
Okay,
yeah, as the so I can anyway. Let's just hope. So, any last words?
go Jackets.